What's up guys, this is Dim and I'm just going to do a video on my daily routine with crafting. I know I've done an enchanting video and I've done an inscription video, but I wanted to bring everything into the mix, and I also have jewel crafting as another profession, and you'll see a little bit of that here. So what you're watching now is I had just done a cancel scan with TradeSkillMaster, and I'm recovering all the items that were undercut, and as you can see there was quite a few. So my bags did fill up, so as they fill up, what I go ahead and do is I go and do a post scan to post everything to empty out the stuff in my bags. Unfortunately, with inscription, it requires quite a bit of inventory space, and really what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to create a secondary toon that has nothing but inscription bags and deals with nothing but glyphs, just to kind of separate the two. So what I'm doing now is I'm just going back and grabbing the remaining items in the mail, and as you can see here, it's been relatively profitable lately. I actually did do a pretty big purchase. I spent about 33,000 gold on the Onyx Panther. It was a great deal. It costs way under what it would cost me to actually make, and I think the mount is actually really awesome as a land mount. It's kind of silly as a flying mount because it has no wings or flying animation, but as a land mount, it's awesome. I saw the price, and I have the gold, so hey, why not, right? Not too bad for a little bit of time and effort. So again, we're just doing a cancel scan, and towards when you have a lot of glyphs going, and it's a short time in between your cancel, or a long time in between your cancel scan, I get about 260 items in my mailbox. So it takes 2 or 3 trips to do a cancel and repost. So as you see here, we're just finishing up, and then what I'm going to do is wait till that catches up, log out of my bank vault, and I'm going to go into my next character, who is my inscriptionist and jewel crafter. So I actually had won some glyph recipes. So now from him, I've done this a little backwards, but I'm doing a get all scan. Typically what I do is I do the get all scan after I do my daily research, but I did it kind of backwards here. So the first thing I do is my jewel crafting daily, because you could pick one color to learn a new recipe. That's key. You can only do one a day, and a serpent's heart, which you get from the I think they're called shimmering crystals you get from prospecting. And inside those serpent's hearts, when you open them, you can get any blue gem. You can get a couple blue gems, or a primal diamond. So it's worth it. And what I'm doing now is I'm going into TradeSkillMaster crafting, and I'm just marking off the items that I have 0 of that are above a certain profit threshold for inscription to restock my queue. So I opened up TradeSkillMaster, and I go into the inscription vendor and buy the stuff needed to do my daily skill ups there. And I have 3. You can do a Scroll of Wisdom, Northrend Inscription Research, and Minor Inscription Research. So you have 3 different daily skill ups that you can get through inscription. So I went ahead and did that, and now I'm going back, and since I am a little short on mats, I'm just going to buy the stuff to mill. Now today, the milling prices were actually kind of high, so I'm not going to actually fully restock to the ones that I clicked off, because when the herbs are just too high, it doesn't make sense to buy the prospect. I usually like to keep it at about 5 gold per item with inscription, which would make each glyph about 15 gold. Just so you know, that's my target price. I try not to go any higher than that. And with bountiful bags, it actually winds up being a little bit less. But I like to factor in one stack of herbs will get me 4 inks or so. So yeah, that's where I go from there. And a stack of herbs costs about, I like to stick around 20 gold. So I'm just mailing off the stuff now to my alchemist for the jewel crafting recipe, because I did stock up, or in TradeSkillMaster, queue up the ones that I wanted to replenish my stock with. So as you see here, I am just simply buying some golden lotus, which is the requirement to transmute a green gem into a blue gem. So I picked the gems up that I got from my inscriptionist, and I'm going to make some diamonds needed, or some gems required to restock my queue, and the primal diamonds, which you saw I did get a proc with. I got a proc on a primal diamond. Last night I actually got a proc of 5 primal diamonds. It was glorious. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just going through my enchanting queue, which you saw in a previous video, and I have a certain set of enchants that I like to sell, and I'm just restocking on the ones that I'm out of. Simple as that. I did buy, there was some items that were on sale for relatively cheap this weekend, so I really don't need much. I just need to buy some ethereal shards, which will actually break down into mysterious essences, going to the vendor, picking up my enchanting vellums, and I'm just crafting away, crafting all the replenished stock. And this is on this character I have both alchemy and enchanting. So the alchemist I really only do the transmutes for. Flasks and potions have not really been profitable for me, so I went ahead and mailed off my enchanting stuff over to my bank, and my gems that I transmuted to my jewel crafter, and he went ahead and cut the blue gems and the meta gems and sent everything over to the bank. And then finally what I do is I do one more cancel scan, because in that short time that we've done the post scan, I'm sure I've been undercut. There's on my server, there's a couple guys that I know actively do crafting, and then I think there's a couple bots as well that just don't ever seem to reply, but they do quite a bit of crafting. So you have to deal with that, and on larger pop servers you have to deal with even more of that. So what I'm doing now is I'm just recovering all the items that were canceled and the items I just made. And after that, I just go ahead and post them all back. I average about 2,000 to 4,000 gold a day doing this. Really simple. Of course, it's time accelerated, but hey, you know what? It's a little bit of, it does take a little bit longer than what this video shows because of the time required, but it's still a really low amount of time, and this is my routine. This is what I do. And I was able to buy an Onyx Drake, so hey. It works, it's quick, it's simple. I don't know why you guys aren't doing crafting. If you don't have max crafters, especially enchanting, huge money maker. Jewel crafting, huge money maker. Inscription is a big money maker, but you need to put in the effort. Anyhow, listen guys, I still have some wild star keys. If you want that, leave that in the comments. And otherwise, like, comment, subscribe, help grow this channel. We are well over 300 subs and on our way to 400. So listen, this is Dim. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. It's growing and growing and growing, and I'm super excited about it. But this is Dim. This is my profession daily, if you will. And I'll catch you guys in Azeroth. Bye.